Hey there, DevOps Explorer. Welcome to Ask as DevOps IT, your go-to destination for AWS and DevOps. I am Ash, your friendly neighborhood DevOps guy, and today we are diving into something really exciting. Today we are going to see how to install Jenkins onto AWS. So Jenkins is used to build and test your product continuously so that developer can integrate the changes into the build. It is the most popular open CI/CD tool available in the market. And as of now, many people still don't know how to start off with Jenkins. So if you don't know how to do that, then you have come to the right place. This is the right video for you. So stay tuned. I will be logging into my system and I will get back. Welcome back everyone. So as you can see, I've logged into my system and I'm into my AWS console. So as we are launching an Jenkins into an AWS, so we are going to need an AWS account. If you do not have one, please go ahead and sign up for one. If you are facing an issue, so please pin down in the comment section below. Now that we are into the AWS console, so let's click on the EC2 dashboard. This is the place where we are going to launch an instance. So we will click on the instances. It will show us the number of instances which we have. Currently we do not have any instance with us, so we are going to launch one. Click on the launch instance. So it will come up with an EC2 template for us. So it is asking us for the name, so you can give anything, or if you do not want, you can just skip it. So as of now we are going to give the name as Jenkins master, as this will be a Jenkins master server. And for the AMI part, I'm going to select this one. You can select anything. Make sure it should be free tier eligible. For the instance type, for the instance type, T2 micro will work just fine. For the key pairs, I already have one with me, so I will select that. If you do not have one, you can go ahead and you can create one quickly. For the network settings, we have the security groups, so we can create the security group or we can select the one which we have. So I already have one, so I'm going to select that one and I'm going to click on the launch instance. So it is launching an instance and the launch instance has been initiated. So we will go ahead and we will click on the instance ID. This is a instance ID. I will click on that. So here it is showing our instance is in pending state as of now. So we will just wait for a couple of seconds. It's really sorry about that. So we will just wait for a couple of seconds. So now it is in the running state. So we will go ahead and we will click on the instance ID. So here it shows the summary of our instance ID, public IP, private IP, all the required detail of our instance is over here. So now that our instance is up and running, we are going to connect it. So there are multiple ways to connect to our instance. As of now, we are going to connect to our instance using the SSH. So for SSH, there are tools like Putty, MobaXterms, but I have already set up Putty in my system, so I am going to use Putty. So for that, we are going to need the public IP of our system. So we have copied it. So we will open Putty. So I've already configured my key pair over here. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to put the IP address of my instance. Okay. So this is the very first time we are connecting a system. So it is asking for a security alert. It is saying, do you trust this? So we have to accept the connection. So I have logged into my system as an EC2 user. So you can work with that as well. You just have to enter the sudo command every time you are going to do something. So instead of that, I'm going to switch to a root user, sudo user, super user, you can say. So now that we are over here as a super user, you can see that root @IP. So we are working as a root user as of now. So for launching Jenkins, we are going to need a couple of things with us. So first of all, we are going to need Java. and secondly we are going to host Jenkins as a web server, so we need a web server application with us. So we are going to install Tomcat server over here, and onto that Tomcat server we are going to host Jenkins. So let's start. First we are going to need Java, so you can do that with yum install Java as well, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Amazon Linux extras, and I will see the Java. Do I have extra? Yeah, I do have a Java with me, so I'm going to select that. Amazon Linux extras, install Java 11 OpenJDK, and it will install Java for me. So we will just wait for a few minutes until the installation is completed. Okay, now our installation is complete, you can see over here. So we will clear the screen, and now what we are going to do is we are going to create a directory over here and name it as tools, and we are going to, this is the place where we are going to install our Tomcat server. So to install a Tomcat server we are just going into the Tomcat homepage. This is the Apache Tomcat homepage. So we are currently going to use version 9. So you just have to click on the zip file, right click and copy the link address. Now that you have the link address, go to your instance. We are currently into the root and into the tools, so that's fine. We will install it over here. So to install the link over here, what you have to do is you have to wget the link file and press enter. So now that you can see we have a zip file over us, so we are going to unzip it. Sorry for that. Now we have unzipped a Tomcat folder. You can see we have a Tomcat folder over here. So let me quickly show you the properties of it. As you can see, we do not have the full access for the root user, so we are going to give the full access for the root user. So for the Apache Tomcat folder, so we are going to give the access for everything. We are going to give 777 for the entire Apache Tomcat, and we will quickly check. As you can see, we have now all the required permission for the Apache Tomcat. Okay, so we will go into the Apache Tomcat folder. Okay, now we are going to install Jenkins. So for that we will need a Jenkins file, right? So Jenkins, go ahead into the Jenkins download, the very first link, www.jenkins.io. click over here. Scroll down a bit, you will see generic Java war package. This will be a war file of Jenkins. So right click on this, copy the link address and go to the EC2 instance. So now that we have copied it, so and now we are in the Tomcat folder. So in the Tomcat we are going to install the war file into the web apps directory. So I will quickly go into the web apps directory. I'm over here. I do not have anything as of now, so I will do wget and I will install the Jenkins as a war file over here. So it will just copy and it will download the Jenkins for us. Now you can see we have a Jenkins war file with us. So now everything has been done. Now we just have to start the Apache Tomcat. So for that I'm going to go into the Tomcat folder. I'm going to go into the bin folder. Let me clear my screen. Let's have NLA. So in the bin folder we have the startup file for the Tomcat server. We are going to run that. So our Tomcat server will start and then we will access our Jenkins. So to start up this file, this is a script file. So we are going to do startup.sh. So it says using Catalina ops Tomcat server started. Okay, now the important thing over here is Jenkins is working on port 808. So in your EC2 instance, go into the security part, go into the security group, and make sure you have 8080 port open over here. So I currently have 8080 open over here. If you do not have that, you can go ahead in the edit inbound rules, and you can add the rules from here. You can click over here, add, you can click on the custom TCP, you can give the port number which you want, and you can just click on anywhere IPv4 address, and you can save it. That's it. That's easy, right? You just have to click on add rule if you want to add one more ports. As of now we are not doing anything because I already have a port open with me for 8080. So I am going to click cancel. So now Apache Tomcat is running. What we will do is we will copy the instance. We will go into the instance. We will need a public IP of an instance. So this is a public IP of an instance. So we will just paste it. We will enter the port 8080, and we are running Jenkins, right? So we are typing Jenkins. This was the name of the war file which we copied onto a web apps folder, so it should be as it is. Just hit enter and your Jenkins is starting. So it says we have to unlock Jenkins, and this is the path where the key is to unlock the Jenkins. We will copy it. We will go into our instance. Let me clear it out. Now I'm going to do cat, and I'm going to paste that path. I got my keys again, I copied it, I've pasted it over here as administrator password. I will click on continue. So it is asking me, I will click on 11. So it is saying customize Jenkins. So install suggested plugins or install the plugin, select the plugins to install. So I am going to go with the install suggested plugins. So it will install all the plugin one by one. If a plugin fails, don't worry about it, keep it as it is. We will install it later. Jenkins will install it later once you are going to update it. So don't worry about it. If it fails, you get a red cross mark over here, but it does not matter. Click on continue and you can go ahead. As of now I'm going to skip the video ahead because this will take a bit of time, so just wait for a few seconds. Okay, so now that we have installation failures, so some were installed properly, some were not, you can click on retry or you can just click continue. So as of now we are just going to continue. We will install it later. So it is asking for the username and password, so I'm going to give as admin, password also admin, and full name I'm going to give my name, email address I'm going to give my email ID. I'm going to click on save and continue. So this is the Jenkins URL from which we are going to access our Jenkins server. Click on save and finish. Jenkins is ready. So to start using the Jenkins, click on start using Jenkins. So that's it. Then this is the setup of Jenkins. So now we are into the dashboard of a Jenkins. So from here you can create new items and you can create pipelines, as easy as that. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to click one, but not as of now. We will do it in the later videos. As of now, that's it. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.